Some of the world's best airlines are based in Asia. But when you actually look closely, they're not all excellent for the same reason. Some airlines win through crew service and hospitality. Some win through seat comfort and cabin design. Some win through the sheer size of their network. And some win simply because they operate the newest, most consistent aircraft in the sky. This ranking looks at what passengers actually experience in 2026, from the seats and service to fleet consistency, network strength, and overall value. One note before we start. Airlines like Qatar Airways, Emirates, and Etihad are not included here. They operate on a different model entirely and deserve their own separate ranking. This is about Asia's full-service carriers, from Tokyo to Singapore, from Seoul to Taipei. Let's begin with number 10. Number 10, Thai Airways. At number 10 is Thai Airways, a carrier that has spent the last few years rebuilding itself into something more focused. Flying out of Bangkok, it still carries one of the most recognizable senses of hospitality in the region. Unhurried service and food that routinely ranks among the best in Asian aviation, with curries and regional dishes that feel like part of the identity rather than an afterthought. Since its restructuring, the fleet is tighter and operations have visibly improved compared to a decade ago. But Thai Airways still trails the airlines above it in one key area: consistency. Aircraft swaps remain common enough that passengers can book one cabin experience and receive another. And the airline does not currently offer a true standalone premium economy product comparable to the dedicated cabins offered by the airlines higher on this list. It's an airline built on charm and cuisine, recovering steadily but not yet operating with the precision of the carriers ranked above it. Number 9, Malaysia Airlines. Number 9 is Malaysia Airlines, a full-service carrier in the middle of real modernization. Operating from Kuala Lumpur and holding One World membership, Malaysia Airlines offers genuine hospitality in the cabin, something reviewers repeatedly point to, along with a signature satay service that has become something of a calling card. That push includes new A330neo aircraft with updated cabins and suites, a meaningful step forward. The issue is what it's replacing. Older A330 business class seating that varies significantly in layout and comfort from flight to flight, meaning your experience can depend heavily on which aircraft shows up at the gate. And like Thai Airways, Malaysia Airlines does not currently offer a true standalone premium economy product. The space between economy and business remains thin. What you get is a carrier with real hospitality and a modernization plan in motion, but one that hasn't yet closed the gap with Asia's most consistent operators. Number 8. Vietnam Airlines. At number 8, Vietnam Airlines might be the most underrated long-haul carrier in this entire ranking. Operating out of Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City, its long-haul operation is built primarily around the Airbus A350 and Boeing 787, with very few older wide-bodies affecting the overall fleet. That matters, because it means passengers get contemporary cabins nearly every time they fly long-haul. Vietnam Airlines also offers a true premium economy product on its 787, 9, and A350 aircraft, a dedicated cabin rather than a repackaged economy seat, and it prices its long-haul routes to Europe and Australia competitively enough that it reliably over-delivers on value. Where it falls short of the airlines above it is in the ground and in the finer points of service consistency. Check-in lines in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City can be chaotic, and the polish that defines carriers like Japan Airlines or Singapore Airlines isn't quite there yet. But as a long-haul value proposition with modern hardware, Vietnam Airlines earns its place here. Number 7. STARLUX Airlines. Number 7 belongs to STARLUX, the most exciting new airline in Asia and arguably the hardest one to rank. Based in Taipei, STARLUX operates an extraordinarily young fleet, among the newest anywhere in the world, built around the Airbus A350, and it shows in every part of the cabin. The in-flight entertainment is sharp, the seat design is considered down to the material choices, and the overall aesthetic feels closer to a design studio than a traditional airline. Passenger reviews have been overwhelmingly positive since launch, and it's easy to see why. Everything about the experience feels deliberate. So why isn't it higher? Scale and time. STARLUX still operates a limited route network. It isn't part of a major global alliance, and its small fleet means that any single aircraft issue can ripple through the schedule in a way it wouldn't for a larger carrier. It also simply hasn't been flying long enough to build the kind of track record the airlines above it have spent decades earning. It's an airline built on where aviation is heading rather than where it's been. But it needs more time and more aircraft before it can compete with the network strength of the carriers ranked above it. 6. EVA Air. STARLUX may be Taipei's newest carrier, but the city's other major airline has been quietly excellent for years. At number 6, EVA Air rarely dominates headlines, but it outperforms expectations almost every time. EVA is known for cabins that feel clean in the literal sense, spotless, well-maintained, unfussy. Its Royal Laurel business class is one of the most respected products in the region, and its true premium economy cabin, found mainly on the 777 and 300ER and select 787-9 aircraft, has long been considered a benchmark for the category. EVA's standing across the Pacific is particularly strong, built over years of dependable service on routes connecting Taiwan to North America. What keeps it from climbing higher is size and a certain restraint. Its overall network is smaller than Singapore Airlines, Cathay Pacific, Korean Air, ANA, or Japan Airlines, even though it maintains strong service across North America and key European gateways. EVA also tends to improve quietly rather than boldly. Cabins get upgraded steadily, but it's rarely the airline setting the trend. EVA Air isn't trying to be everywhere. It's trying to be reliable everywhere it flies, and on that measure, it rarely disappoints. Number 5. Korean Air. Number 5 is Korean Air, a carrier whose real strength lies in scale. Korean Air calls Incheon home, and from there it runs one of the most extensive trans-Pacific and Asian networks of any airline on this list, connecting Seoul to an enormous range of destinations across North America and beyond. Economy class is often praised for generous space, and the food, bibimbap in particular, has become something of a signature. In business class, Korean Air's newer prestige suites represent a significant step forward in privacy and cabin design, while the airline continues modernizing its long-haul fleet. Where Korean Air still trails the airlines above it is cabin consistency. Its new premium economy product is now rolling out across retrofitted Boeing 777-300ERs, finally addressing one of the airline's biggest historical weaknesses. But because that rollout is still underway, passengers can encounter very different cabin standards depending on the aircraft assigned. It's a network powerhouse first, and a refined product second, but that combination still places it solidly in the upper half of this list. 4. Japan Airlines. Korean Air wins on reach. Japan Airlines, at number 4, wins on the seat itself, and may offer the single best economy and premium economy experience anywhere in Asia. Its Boeing 787s use a 242 economy layout instead of the tighter 333 configuration most airlines have adopted, which quietly makes a huge difference in seat width and the number of middle seats you're likely to be assigned. That seat, branded Sky Wider, has become something of a favorite among frequent flyers. Its premium economy cabin builds on that same philosophy and is widely regarded as one of the best in the industry. On the newest A350-1000 aircraft, JAL's flagship cabins bring that same attention to detail to business and first class, paired with food and service that regularly draws praise. So why isn't Japan Airlines higher? Its global scale is slightly smaller than the very top carriers, and because its fleet spans several generations of aircraft, some passengers still encounter older cabin variants that haven't been updated to the newest standard. JAL is exceptional at the seat level. The gap is in scale and total consistency. Number 3, ANA. Japan Airlines wins the seat. Its domestic rival, ANA, at number 3, wins the operation, arguably the most polished in Japan. Punctuality and cleanliness are where ANA separates itself. The airline routinely ranks among the most reliable in Asia-Pacific for on-time performance, and its cabins reflect the same discipline. Service follows the same pattern: attentive, precise, distinctly Japanese in its restraint. ANA's premium economy cabin includes something rare in the category, lounge access, which elevates the experience well beyond the seat itself. And when ANA's flagship business class product, the room, is available, it's frequently discussed as being closer to first class than typical business class, with sliding privacy panels and a genuinely spacious footprint. The catch is that word when. The room isn't fleet-wide, and passengers booking business class on an older 787 will find a noticeably different, less private product. That inconsistency across aircraft is the one thing keeping ANA from climbing into the top 2. Everything else about the airline is close to flawless. Number 2. Cathay Pacific. At number 2, Cathay Pacific is the strongest comeback story among Asia's elite carriers. Hong Kong remains Cathay's base, and the airline has spent the past few years rebuilding both its network and its reputation, and by most measures, it's succeeded. Its economy class experience is frequently singled out as best in class, and on the ground. The pier and the wing lounges remain among the finest business class lounges anywhere in the world. Spacious, calm, genuinely designed for long layovers rather than just brief stops. In the air, Cathay's new Aria suite is rolling out across its long-haul fleet, joining an already strong product on the A350 and 777. And the airline's recognition through 2025 and 2026 reflects real momentum. What keeps it just short of first place is something harder to quantify: warmth. Service on Cathay is polished and professional, but passengers and reviewers alike note that it doesn't carry quite the same emotional warmth as Japan Airlines, ANA, or Singapore Airlines. It's an airline doing almost everything right, just not with the same human touch as the very best. Number 1, Singapore Airlines. And that brings us to number 1, Singapore Airlines. It isn't always the cheapest option, and it's rarely the airline you choose to save money. But cabin for cabin, route for route, it's the most complete airline in Asia. Based at Changi, Singapore Airlines delivers a version of consistency that few competitors can match. Economy class is comfortable and well executed across the fleet. Premium economy holds up as one of the strongest in the region, and business class, along with first class and suites where available, has defined the upper end of air travel for years. Its Chris World entertainment system remains one of the most extensive in the industry, and Chris Flyer members, membership is free to join, can access complimentary Wi-Fi, a small detail that adds up over a long flight. The trade-off is price. Singapore Airlines rarely competes on cost, and that premium is real. But what earns it the top spot isn't any single seat or cabin. It's that the experience holds together across aircraft, across routes, across cabins, in a way no other airline on this list quite matches. No airline here is truly perfect. Singapore Airlines simply carries fewer compromises than anyone else. A list like this is never the final word. The right airline for you depends on the route you're flying, the aircraft assigned that day, the cabin you can afford, and what you actually value most in the air. Asia's best carriers all win in different ways. That's what makes this region so interesting to watch. So we want to know, which airline would you move up this list, and which one would you move down? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this kind of breakdown, that's exactly what Epic Voyage is here for.